It's time for Did You Watch It?
How does this show work? We watch what we like, we talk about what we watch, and maybe you'll like what you hear. I'm Liz.
I'm Isabel.
And I'm Neil. Last night we watched episode 6 of The Amazing Race, season 26. The show aired on Friday, April 10th, 2015. Here's what we thought about it. Roll call. Isabel.
Here.
Liz. This is the first time The Amazing Race has traveled to Monaco.
Is it the first time?
I believe so.
How interesting.
I gotta be perfectly honest, I'm still a little miffed at Kurt.
Why?
He disappointed me a great deal. Bergen clearly wanted to win the race.
True.
If he met a good person in the process, that's icing on the cake. But unfortunately, Kurt thought that he was auditioning for Boy Meets Boy 2 and probably said, what's this race thing about? I don't know anything about this race. What's this race? Do I get to pick my partner if I win? Will I have to sweat? I mean...
So you think that if Kurt had a better match, someone who was more his type, whatever that type is, do you think he would have been in it to win it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't feeling that vibe. He just wasn't into it, you see. Once again, we open the show with the continuing drama that is Haley and the ongoing tribute to our hero, Blair.
He needs some sort of medal at the end of this.
Because of their difficulties and because of the difficulties experienced by some of the other team.
Of course.
I had to come up with the Amazing Race equivalent of the heifer breakdown.
Okay. I was waiting for this.
Yes. You've got women, you've got girls, and you've got fences. But with the guys, it's simpler.
Okay.
You've got men and you've got guys.
Okay.
Jeff from Double Down and Matt from Aquanet.
Yes.
They just have the guy smell on them.
That's true.
Blair is a man. Tyler and Steve, men.
Yes.
Mike is absolutely a man. Jelani, man.
Yes.
But Jeff and Matt, guys. They're just guys.
Yeah. There's a continuum, basically. They can kind of jump over to the men's side depending on how things go.
Yeah, they can visit, but I mean, most times, are they more where they're more comfortable. Mm-hmm. Now, Haley probably doesn't like guys, but the thing is that she's too much of a girl to recognize that she's dealing with a man.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Of course, you've got Haley and Jenny, the girls.
Well, I think Jenny's a little bit more on the fence.
Just because she's a lawyer, just because, she has postgraduate degrees. I know that I gave major consideration for postgraduate degrees.
Yes.
But no. Jenny's a girl, okay? Do what I say.
No level of compromise there, really.
No, there's no compromise. It's her way or the highway.
We're starting to see that more. You're right. We are starting to see that more. So, okay. I agree with your assertion.
Jackie and Allie, women.
Absolutely.
They appreciate what they've got.
Yep.
And they're willing to carry some weight along with them.
And Rochelle?
She's a fence.
Yeah. Depending on how things are going with them.
Right. As long as everything's fine, she has woman tendencies, but just the slightest bit of trouble, slightest bit of obstacle.
True. She kind of slips into that, but we will see what happens with them in this episode, right?
Exactly, yes. Ashley and Laura, see, they're also fences.
Yeah.
Laura's close. She's very, very close.
She is.
But she kind of blew it in one of these scenes when I was thinking about where to actually place her.
Right.
She kind of blew it and just that's fence-like behavior. The teams departed from Munich and flew to Nice, France, and then they had to make their way to the Hotel Westminster, where they would be professionally fitted with appropriate attire for their helicopter ride and travels into Monaco.
Yes.
Team Bronze caught the first flight. They got tickets at 5:05 p.m. to arrive. Mm-hmm. Bedpan, Family Court, and Revenge got tickets that would put them in Monaco 50 minutes later.
Yep.
And Aquanet got tickets that would put them in Monaco 20 minutes after that.
Pretty much last.
So, almost last.
Almost last.
Because Truck Stop initially got tickets, putting them in Nice at 8:45.
Yes.
Which is basically 2.5 hours after Aquanet.
Right.
But then, as they were like going to get one of those carts or whatever to just find a place to sit down, they saw Team Bronze boarding the 5:05.
Yes.
And so they said, you know what, let's just go to the counter and see if they have any room on the flight.
Smart move. It's a risky move because you never know if you can get on, but...
You never know if you get... But they already had tickets that was going to kind of screw them anyway.
Oh, of course. So you take whatever chance you can get.
Lo and behold, they managed to make it on the flight.
I was so excited for them.
You were just totally all into the whole truck stop
I
thing,
am. No, but I think if I were in their position as well, that I just... By the time you get to the airport, you get your tickets and, seats sold out and everything, and you're stuck on the last flight. Yeah, you're going to do what you got to do.
Liz would be so happy to hear how excited you are for them. Note to Haley, like you, I hope the men in the French Riviera are impressed with your dress. So much so that they just can't help themselves but whisk you away in the dead of night to a secluded chateau in Monte Carlo, so Blair can go home and find a woman who can appreciate him and what he has to offer.
Adding to her fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. I want to help her now.
Well, hey, I'm over Haley. But I was laughing at Team Nerd. They were cracking me up when they were... looking at themselves in the mirror and they're like, there's just so much beauty in the mirror. Whatever they were saying. I mean, they were obviously joking. I have that same sense of humor, and I just thought it was, I like that they were very tongue-in-cheek and making fun of themselves.
I got to tell you, the nerd looked good.
They did.
The nerd looked good. I mean, Tyler, he cleans up well.
Yes.
Like a good nerd should. They got in their helicopters, landed at the helipad, and then they got their next clue, which was a roadblock, called Roses and Chocolates. The team members had to pick up a bouquet of roses and a box of chocolates that were both named after actress Grace Kelly, who would later become Princess Grace of Monaco.
Absolutely.
Their partner would then be waiting for them on a luxury yacht docked in Monaco's harbor.
Yeah.
Where do I begin?
Okay.
First thing that surprised me was that Jenny volunteered to do the roadblock.
So you figured she was going to try and tell Jelani that it was his turn to do something?
Well, not necessarily that it was his turn, but I figured, since she had serenaded Jelani on the ladder and then got hit in the mudge with the water.
Oh, well, yes.
I figured that she would say that, okay,
you should do it.
It's his turn to do. But no, the thing is that the control freak just right there and said, oh yeah, I have to do this because
she probably
I don't want
figured
him to
he'd get
mess
lost
up.
or something, right? Or wouldn't think to ask for directions or whatever stereotypical guy would do or something.
Right. Well, we know that Jelani's not a guy. He's a man.
We know that.
She don't know that, but we know that.
I was going to say, she doesn't know that. That's why she's probably being the control freak that she is.
Exactly. Props to Mike for the once-a-month flower presentation to Rochelle.
Oh, yes, he did mention that, didn't he?
I'm not a flower person myself, and thankfully, neither is my significant other.
Yeah.
But we do have a few once-a-month traditions that we like to do that are special to us. And
of course.
So they basically, it was kind of like a scavenger hunt. They had to run around the island.
And not only did they have to run, they had to climb.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm sure those are some gorgeous views. I mean, just the views from the helicopter alone, flying into Monaco, but, it's right there on a cliff.
I don't know if you noticed, but Mike sweated through that jacket.
Wow. He was saying that, and it wasn't until much later when he, got his roses and the chocolates, and you saw the back of the jacket.
The back of his jacket, and he was like, oh, wow, bruh. At first, I thought it was corduroy.
Yeah,
but then I said, no. No, that's moisture. And I had to laugh at Tyler and Jelani kicking back on the yacht like a big old pair of Pimp Daddy Supremes.
The hands behind their heads like, hey. Yeah.
Waiting for our bitches. And then we had the event.
Which is?
Haley, on camera, admitted and acknowledged Blair's positive contribution on the last leg and said that that was the reason why she chose to do the roadblock, because she wanted to contribute too.
Wow. Did you just about fall off your chair when you heard that?
I had to rewind. I had to make sure that I saw what I saw.
And that you heard what you heard.
What I heard.
Right.
Because I was speechless. I was shocked. I was amazed. I was just, whew. However.
There's a however here.
However, note to Haley, if you remember, in leg 2, Isabel and Liz liked Blair, and I was kind of hesitant. I wasn't on the Blair bandwagon yet because I didn't appreciate his initial contact with you, about the pronouns. And I said that he was kind of at a -3. So he had to get those 3 points back before I could even start being in his corner. We're in leg 6, given all the stuff that's happened.
Right.
That you were a part of, Haley. Guess how many points you're going to have to make up before I get on your bandwagon?
More like 20?
Oh.
We're even more.
We don't know. The race may be long over and she's still in debt.
What did you think of Jenny and Laura's reaction to making it to the yacht? Like, here are your damn roses and your chocolate.
Boo.
I was laughing. I know it was very tongue-in-cheek, and they were just kind of, here you go. We ran around.
Boo. I have to give props to Allie when she received.
Yeah.
To Jackie when she gave to Jeff. And damn it, to Haley. Because he's here and he said, thank you, you're welcome. And
yes.
It was uneventful. I had to give her props for the fact that it was uneventful. If Haley can get it right.
Yeah.
Rochelle, I know the man was sweating like a beast. Give the man a kiss. Oh, no, that's nasty. Fence. That was the fence moment. So Team Bronze finished first with Steve doing the running.
Okay.
Team Truck Stop finished second with Mike doing the running.
Yep.
And Family Court with Jenny doing the running and finished third.
And it looked like Truck Stop were going to be delayed a little bit more because Mike got lost.
It definitely looked like they weren't going to do as well as they actually did.
They managed.
That's why he was sweating through that jacket.
Oh, man was stressed.
And an extra set of boos to Jenny and Jackie for picking chocolates that they liked.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Boo.
Well, I guess in that sense, it's kind of hard for them to determine what the other person likes since they're the blind dates here. But Jackie with her attitude, well, I'm going to be eating them anyways.
I say nay. After they arrived at the yacht, they had to make their way to Casino de Monte Carlo, where the teams would have their detour choice made for them by the roulette wheel.
Yes.
If the little ball landed in the red, then they had to do Don't Slack Off. Mm-hmm. If the little ball landed in the black, they had to do Win by a Nose. In Don't Slack Off, teams had to ride a zipline across a chasm 200 feet over the city floor, and then walk back using a slack line.
Okay.
In Win by a Nose, the teams had to follow the recipes of a signature perfume and a signature cologne, and then be judged on the quality and accuracy of their mix. If the judge could not smell the difference between the originals and the batches made by the teams would receive their clue. One little wrinkle thrown into this task: mystery fragrances were on the lists, but the bottles were not labeled.
Yeah, 4 of them were not.
12 of the bottles were numbered, not labeled. So
right.
They had to use their powers of smell.
And after a while, you start doubting your sense. Like, wait, does that? No, what? That? Yeah.
The slackers for this detour were Family Court, Double Down, and Aquanet. Mm-hmm. While the nosers were Team Bronze, Truck Stop, Revenge, and Bedpan.
By the way, how beautiful was the Casino Monte Carlo?
Revenge said it best. It was so bougie.
They did.
It was the bougiest of bougie things I'd ever seen. Vegas could only hope to be so bougie. Note to Revenge, great idea to use your middle names to increase your bouginess.
Very true.
Magdalena is pretty bougie in its own right.
It is.
But Hayes is the gold standard of bougie. It's like, yes, my name is Hayes. Oh, is that your last name? No, that's my first name.
No, I mean, it's a beautiful building anyways, and it was just like,
It was very attractive.
Yes.
I would not feel comfortable there at all.
I know you have to pay to go in there, just kind of walk around, and I certainly would not have the money to...
Wait. You have to pay to go inside?
Well, for tourists to go inside, you had to pay, I think it was, I forgot how many euros. Yeah, but I mean, it's a relatively small fee considering the wealth that is going on in there, but...
Well, I mean, I figured since they got the money to put all this stuff together and clean it and maintain it and stuff, it's like, what am I going to give them that's going to help?
Yeah, well, I think it's just the amount of tourists that are in Europe every summer.
Whatever they get from me would probably be bus fare for one of the cleaning crew for a week.
Right.
When Jenny and Laura were working on the roadblock together.
Oh, yeah.
Jenny forgot that she gave her map to Laura. When Jenny came out with Jelani and she realized that she didn't have her map, she's up there going through the fanny pack that Jelani's wearing. It's like, where's my map? Do you have the map? No, I don't have the map. You didn't give me the map. I gotta say, props to Jelani, because he wasn't taking any more of her crap this leg.
Nope.
He basically said, bitch, I am a mirror.
Yeah.
Smile at me, I'll smile at you. Bitch and moan at me, you're going to get it right back.
Yeah, that's true. He kind of held his own, so like, nope, don't have it. Nope.
There you go.
Yeah, that took about 5 minutes for them to have this. But, later on you see them with the map. So they obviously stopped somewhere, found another one.
Oh, please.
I'm sure it would have been easy to find another one.
in that damn fanny pack. Please. All the, because let me tell you, that wasn't the only map they had.
No, certainly not. Once they were decided which detour they were going to do, they all had to get their Ford Focus from the valet and drive there.
And once again, we're dealing with sticks.
I think they were. Well, it seems that most everyone knows how to drive stick, but no one really complained about it. But wow, some of those roads to get where they were trying to go.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
Those are some serious driving challenges.
Absolutely.
Just getting there should have been a task by itself.
I know.
Mike and Rochelle mixing up the perfume and the cologne, and Rochelle's melting down.
She's stressing.
And it's like, you are so much offense right now.
When the going gets tough, she just, instead of trying to, okay, no, let's just concentrate. Let's step back.
Yeah.
Instead of taking whatever whatever moment she needs to just regroup.
To just collect herself.
Exactly.
Do what needs to be done. Massive, massive props to Mike for telling her, don't take it out on me, please.
Exactly.
Did not escalate. He didn't feed into it. He just said what he wanted to happen.
And he said it...
incredibly calm.
Incredibly calm. He wasn't sniping. He wasn't biting back at her.
You know why?
Because he's a man.
He's a man. Okay.
It certainly was not an easy job because...
No.
The drops and, all of that. But once they had to figure out those, vanilla, I think... What is it? Caramel?
Coconut?
Is it orange? No.
I don't remember.
But of course, they're freaking themselves out. I can't smell it. Can you?
Exactly.
I don't know. I can. They all smell the same now. And I'm sure with all of these scents, and these are like intense essences. It's not just, the whiff of vanilla. No, these are...
Right. That we're accustomed to.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a very good challenge. I wouldn't have minded doing that challenge.
Oh, that would have been an interesting one to do.
I'm telling you, man, it was like the seventh sign, though, watching Bedpan have an actual, calm, engaging
I was kind of shocked by that, too.
I was surprised. It was like, if you had not watched any prior week,
you wouldn't believe.
You would have no clue.
Right.
No clue what was going on before.
Well, I think part of it is just the background with, they both have their backgrounds in chemistry because they're both in the medical field. So for this was like, we got this.
Here's my spin on that. I think that blade of grass discussion from last week.
Oh, yes.
I think that finally hit home with Haley.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it hit home with Haley.
Let's see.
It was scary. Because you're sitting there and I'm waiting.
You're waiting for her to explode, right?
I know it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. And it's not happening. When is it going to happen? Because I know it's going to happen, but it's not happening. It's like,
And you're looking at your clock and watching.
I'm looking at my clock and it's like, wait, there's like 4 minutes left. and it hasn't happened yet. And they come to the pit stop and they're like skipping. What the hell is this? From the detours, all the slack people finished first. Family Court, then Aquanet, then Double Down. And then all the nose people came in after that. So the pit stop for this leg of the race was at Plage de Passable, which is, I believe...
Plage is beach, yeah.
What's Passable?
I'm not sure.
All right, they went to Passable Beach. But anyway, they went to Passable Beach, and Team Bedpan came in first.
Yes.
Travelocity is sending them to South Africa.
That's a fabulous trip that they won.
I know, and it's like they hugged, and I'm telling you, if you didn't know what had been going on the 5 legs prior,
nope,
you would just think that these two, oh, they're just so cute. Liz would have eaten this up.
She would have. I think she would have been shocked, if not more than you.
Oh my God. I mean, it just, Anyway. So Team Bronze came in second. Team Truck Stop came in third. Unfortunately, we have to say farewell to Team Double Down.
Oh, Jeff and Jackie.
You know, these were the two. I had high hopes for these two.
You know, I did too. I wasn't sure if they would totally win after last week's debacle with, him calling her an idiot and, but they seem to have worked past it. But I was really hoping that they would go further. Because I like their chemistry. I like how they interacted with each other.
Except for that whole stressful thing there. Even though Jeff is a guy, I think it was a very good balance.
I think so too. I completely agree.
The quote of the week was Jackie basically saying, he's going to be in my life forever. I'm going to give him my number.
Yeah.
So next week is a 2-hour episode.
And they're going to Namibia.
And they're going to go see some giraffes and gazelle and rhinos. Elephants. And
probably lions too. Hyenas.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
They're going to see it all.
And they're going to do it all.
Yeah.
This was a good week.
Definitely. It was beautiful to see Monaco. I hope to go one day.
Yeah. Get well soon, Liz.
Yes, Liz.
We miss you.
We miss you. We miss you. I wanted to hear what she had to say about Haley and Blair actually getting along.
That's our time for today. You can follow us on Twitter at @did_watch it. You can also find us at iTunes. Let us know what you think. Thank you for listening.